Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Dietitian Life, where we tell you what we've been doing each week and things we've learned, things that have challenged us, and pose a question. So,
what's happening on Dietitian Life this week?
Dietitian Life,
Yeah.
or as in life?
Yeah, life in general.
So it was Easter long weekend this week, so shorter weeks mean practitioners are busier on those other days, which cause a bit of stress for a couple. That's pretty standard. People don't seem to recognise that is going to happen. Then when it happens, they're like, holy crap.
You mean like monetary wise?
No, not monetary wise, more workload. So when they lose a day, they try and move those clients to other days, and their days get massive, and then there's extra admin to do on those days, and they still want the 4-day weekend. So they're like, oh my God, what do I do? I didn't. I had one day off. It was good. Had some drinks.
That's the leading question. It's like the leading eyes.
Yeah, had some drinks. But on the Saturday, no, on the Good Friday and Easter Monday, having chats to DVA about stuff that we can change in terms of our processes, trying to improve everything as much as we can, making sure that we're within the guidelines always. So, yeah, and out of that, we came up with some plans of attack and rolled them out the next day. By the end of the day, yeah, I kind of just sent it, I think late at night, so that no one kind of read it until the next morning, or if they were up, so then they didn't feel like they had to work. But yeah, what else did I do prior to that? I don't know, getting geared up, ready to go to Melbourne next week, trying to sort out practitioners in terms of shadowing, meetings, that kind of thing. Had some chats with people down in Melbourne, because most of those or a few of those I'm managing myself, so having long chats with a couple of people about how they can improve different things about clients, but also logistics and admin is probably a big one, which some people are struggling with in particular.
So what sort of admin tasks?
Admin tasks, really not a lot other than completing your notes. And then, hey?
You manage a business. Back in the day, yeah, but like as a practitioner, back in the day, your admin would relate to being able to complete your notes of a client and do a GP letter on the first and last of the referral, or additional reports when clinically relevant, or when might be a marketing opportunity. So really per patient, there's not a lot if you're able to get your notes done within the consultation. Some people can do that really, really well. Other people struggle with that. Other people like to write it down, then type it up, or type only a couple of words and then type it all when they get home. So that causes additional admin. My spin on that would be things that I guess maybe new graduates or dietitians that have not maybe tried to upskill themselves or do new work or work in a company. Yeah, that you feel like there's an increased burden of work or admin work. When I know when I started, certainly still working as a dietitian, you want to know more, and you want to do really good stuff for your clients, and so it might be reading journal articles, it might be writing
PD, not admin.
But I think collectively that probably all falls into their thought process about being a dietitian and working with the company. So
yeah, but I guess you should be doing that in every role that you're in, whether you're in a hospital or private practice or food industry or whatever. Like as a dietitian, you're meant to upskill all the time.
I think in inverted commas should. Yeah, definitely.
Do, yeah.
But also just things about, uploading documents and things like that, I'm sure.
Yeah, and the other thing's calling clients, booking them in, scheduling them. That often takes some time, and that was something I got frustrated with a little bit, and I ended up just paying someone to organise it, and meant I made less per client, but then it just meant that I was able to see more, have less stress in relation to that. And that was before I owned a business necessarily. Like that was just me working as a practitioner. It's just one of those things. Not everyone, I don't think many people ever do that, but I just
hated it.
I didn't.
I don't like the scheduling part. I don't like talking on the phone, so me calling people is just not in my wheelhouse.
But yeah, definitely, I think all those things just create more work outside of seeing a client. And as dietitians, we probably have a view of what our day typically is going to look like when we graduate, and it's not often like that. And at any job, there'll always be some form of administration. You can't get away from that.
Yeah, like hospitals, you have to do stats all the time at the end of the day, and like that's a drain because you have to say where you are, with who, for how long, and what you did all the time. Like I guess that's something you don't have to do in private practice as much. No. You're kind of more flexible. Well, you've got a schedule, so it's good. But outside of that, the micromanagement of that system is not really what we do.
I would never have called it that back, maybe a few years ago. I'd never called like writing GP letters and stuff like that. I never called it admin. It was just part of it.
Yeah, it's part of seeing the client.
It's like if you say something is stressful or I've got all this admin to do, it kind of makes it out to be bigger than what it is sometimes. And I think sometimes if you leave it all just one day, you're like, oh my God. Whereas if you kind of just do little bits here and there and you are efficient within your within your consults, often if I'm doing a meal plan or something like that, instead of saving them, I'll upload them at the time. Yeah, or I'll email it off to somebody at the time. Just saves all that extra work at the end of the day, all that admin work. But that just comes with skill, being able to multitask as well. So if you feel like you're taking away from the consult by not focusing in on them, because you're writing a meal plan.
And sometimes as a new grad, you want to feel like you're prepared for every single consult. And in private practice, it's very hard to be prepared for everything. But the one thing that I always had was pretty much pretty much every resource that I had available to myself, a couple of versions printed, or the ones that I knew that I'd regularly use, so heart disease and diabetes and label reading and meal plans and goal sheets, and just having them there, because when you don't have it, then you go, oh, I'll email it to you later, and then you've got to go do that when you go home. Whereas if you've got something there printed out, it's really easy. Or you have the stuff on your desktop and you can email immediately while, like Peter said, while you're sitting there. It stops that additional stuff after. But at the same time, it's private practice. You can get thrown for a loop the moment you walk into a client, or if you're sitting in a clinic, that is probably more so where you're like, holy crap, I've got no idea what that condition is. I'm just going to quickly Google it while you're sitting there talking to me about what's been going on.
I do that.
I
did that already
sometimes I let them know that I'm Googling their condition. Other times I might just do it on the sly. But
or even like a blood test or a random thing like that.
Oh yeah.
But I wrote 3 meal plans in my consults this morning. And they're all sent off. There you go, there's my admin done for the day. So, you can easily do it. It's just about prioritizing it,
and then it's learning and just doing it more often. And it's always hard starting any job, or working in private practice when you haven't before, and you've got to be a lot more efficient with your time. So it's probably the big thing that a lot of people just appreciate. The speed at which you can do something is really a good indicator of how much work you can get done, obviously. But there's an de-emphasis on it, I think, and people think, oh, I need to know the clinical stuff. But if you're more efficient, you've got more time to do clinical stuff. I don't know.
But then there'll also be the people that are the rabbits and those people that are the turtles. And sometimes that turtle's always going to be slow.
Were you a turtle?
I was. But I was never a turtle in my personality. I just lacked, I lacked something chasing me, pretty much.
What? You like something chasing you?
Pretty much. I need the stress of things. So I need someone pushing me or chasing me or back or.
You owned your own business to start, pretty much.
Absolutely.
So who was chasing you?
Nobody, and that was the issue. So therefore, things got done, but never at speed or efficiency, because often I didn't need to have them done at speed or efficiency because it was,
it's only down to you.
Absolutely.
So now. Am I chasing you?
Yes. Constant. How many emails did you send me last night? Have you did this? Have you done that? Yes.
No, she hadn't.
Yeah, it's there.
She hadn't yet. She was turtling, tortoising.
Yeah, like I said, can be efficient when I need to be.
When someone's crack attack. What else did I do?
You got your back?
Yeah, I had my back this morning.
Last week.
Last week.
Yeah, you were complaining about it. You said you fell off your board or something.
Oh, that was when there was a cyclone swell and
There's
yeah.
been cyclones here, no joke, for probably like the last 2 months. It's no different.
It's good.
Queensland.
It's been annoying though, because like the wind's shit and it's just making the waves crap and it's really annoying. Peter complains about dirty water and that she's going to get dumped by a 1 to 2 foot wave.
They're really big when you're trying to swim in them.
Like 6 foot waves that I'm complaining about, they're not big enough.
Yeah.
But anyway, enough about that. What else? That's about me, I think.
Yeah, that probably sounds about right. I probably had a similar week. I went to Sydney on the weekend for Easter. Got to catch up with family, went to weddings, that was nice. Had a drink. 3. Excited about that. But yeah, this week's been a bit slow. I've not felt on my game this week. I even chucked
Because of the short week or
chucked a half sickie and went home early on whatever day that was.
Tuesday?
Sometimes you need to do that, particularly if you're not efficient or you're not actually going to get anything done. You just sit there and kind of go, right, it's just wasting my boss's time, wasting money. So yeah, look, acknowledge that and move on, go home. So this week, probably with Tyson, we've been probably throwing up a few ideas about how we can improve our systems. So that's been good. I caught up with, I think, 3 people within the company. I actually haven't met physically everybody, so decided that was a priority.
Did you decide it?
Tyson decided that was a priority. We have regular catch-ups via Zoom when we do our PDs, but not one-on-one.
Yeah.
So it was good, and certainly probably should have done it earlier. Also met new dietitian that's going to be starting, which is really good. She's pretty awesome. So keen to sort of see what we can do with her. So we're talking about, what her skills are, what she's interested in, what she wants to grow, and that'd be really good. Sort of complement my skill set. So obviously, hopefully a little bit down here on the sunny coast as well. So that was really good. Completed another document. So that was good. Again, process document, the Medicare private.
What's it called?
Medicare private referral document. Just an overview of this of the process, so dietitians know how to claim invoices, what they need to do,
and how much we charge.
Yeah, pretty much, and then how to send email invoices and rah. So that was good. What else has been happening this week? So a few clients. A lot of my clients have been going well. Heaps of weight loss, which is really positive. And mental meetings. They're always good fun. But this week's been pretty quiet, really.
Oh yeah, and we've got our award things coming up. So collecting a bit of data from the team, identifying who's done really well with clients. And I know it's a hard one to gauge because every client is different. Sometimes you get thrown a bad lot or more challenging ones, and maybe they're not getting the results that you want. And again, mentor meetings talk a lot about, difficult clients, how to manage them, how to maybe improve or change our consult, so, mitigating their personalities. So that's always really interesting. And also, people that just don't respond to the same recommendations that you would put in place for somebody else that you would think would be relatively straightforward. Why isn't this person achieving their goals? What are you doing differently? What do you need to do differently? Because I know sometimes, I don't know if you've got it, but a lot of the clients that we work with, the weight loss is a little bit more challenging to come down than others. Yeah,
so,
definitely.
And you
it's
can't
just like,
explain
what the
it
hell?
sometimes.
Yeah, it's just like, what? Why? Why?
Yeah, like a big one is, okay, so this is their calorie intake and it should be low enough for them to lose weight, and you think they're telling you the right thing, they're not lying, they're not accidentally, not informing you of what they're doing. they're exercising, why isn't it changing? And that's a lot of public have those same questions. And unless they actually come to see a dietitian, sometimes it's like, that's why it's not changing. But yeah, when they're working with us for a while, you would think that we probably worked on or improved quite a lot of their nutrition, but still not really changing a great deal. So good ones for, dear dietitian.
Yeah, I'm only really thinking about one client. It was just threw me for a loop. I just didn't know, like, how the hell are you not losing weight?
I've had a lot over the years, but I also probably haven't seen them as regularly.
My guy ended up having low testosterone.
Well, that's, yeah. And,
so, yeah, that happens.
Yeah, and funny you should say that. That's exactly what I said to the practitioner. I was like, why don't you suggest that?
Yeah, and ever since that one, I think of that every time that I see a similar client.
And so people with low testosterone, as you know, like males, over time, as they get older, their testosterone levels gradually decline, and sometimes that's related to why they put weight on, or female in their shape. So man boobs sometimes can be a good indicator of low testosterone, and bigger hips, stuff like that. But even just slow weight loss, low muscle tone, drop in muscle mass, things like that, and low mood is a big one, because men generally should be, I'm the man. So, aggressive and outgoing and stuff. And if they're really flat and then that's always a good flag as well, because testosterone is like the aggressive, male hormone. So there should be those characteristics for the most part. So anyway, we're digressing. But yeah, conversations that we have in mentor meetings similar to this. So always, always good fun.
Cool.